The heart is the subconscious mind. It is the heart that thinks and feels and also holds wisdom at the same time. So when I say guard your heart, I'm saying, when I say guard your heart, for from it flow the issues of life, I'm saying guard your thoughts and your emotions, for they are creating your reality. Okay? And I'm saying guard your heart and not block your heart. There is a difference. When you block your heart, you disconnect yourself from source energy. You disconnect from God. You disconnect from love. You go dark inside. A blocked heart chakra equates to pure evil. Because when you have disconnected from source, you have disconnected from love. There's no love within you. And therefore, none of the byproducts of love, such as compassion, such as thoughtfulness, such as consideration, such as empathy and sympathy. And when you don't have these things in place, then you are capable of doing anything to another human being. The heart is the subconscious mind. And so when you have blocked your heart chakra, you have essentially blocked your subconscious mind. You have blocked off your conscience. And so you can do evil without conscience. Okay? And so understanding that the heart holds great value when it is pliable, because the heart is like the umbilical cord to spirit. And through the heart center is how you ascend into the higher realms. It's your own personal portal to the higher realms. Why was it hidden there? Because we live in a world full of people who like to steal and take energy vampires, because people who have blocked their heart chakras are empty inside. They are filled to the brim with darkness. And if your heart is pliable, you are filled with light, and they want to take that light for themselves. Now, it is impossible for them to take that light for themselves, so then they do the next best thing, which is to try to dim it or put it out within you. To dim or put out the light within you is to grieve or quench the Holy Spirit. There is a phenomenon of ghosting and other techniques that the enemy uses to break the hearts of God's people. But whatever the enemy meant for evil, God is going to use for good. So they set out to break your heart by doing things like abandoning you and hurting you in other ways. And they don't, again, these people that are being used, they are NPCs. So some of them actually do not know what they're doing, okay? They know not what they do, and some of them have chosen to do what they do. Either way, they are doing the work of the devil, which is to come into your life and in some way, shape, or form betray you and break your heart. They need to break your heart because this is the only way that they can dim your light. The heart is the source of your light. And so they come into your lives with the intention of breaking your heart. And so this is why a lot of people are, being ghosted, abandoned, cheated on, and just betrayed to the highest level, because this is one of the tactics of the devil in order to try and get God's people to give up on God. They want you to stop believing in love, which equates to not believing in God. They want you to give up on love, which equates to giving up on God. Okay, so they aim directly at your heart and hope that they can hurt you so bad that you no longer want to participate in, in the higher realms. You no longer want to love. And so they want you to block your own heart chakra like they have. This is the devil trying to recruit more co-workers, okay? Those of us who are hardwired into the source, no matter how many times our hearts get broken, again, what the devil meant for evil, God will use for good. And so is more, each time that your heart is broken, it just makes you stronger. It does not cause you to give up on love or lose your connection to God. It causes you to be stronger and also to get closer to God. So each time that your heart breaks, it's like it's revealing a different layer of yourself, a deeper layer of yourself. And in turn, you are getting closer to God, because at the core of self is the builder, which is God. Okay, the builder sits at the core of his hosts, just like the matryoshka doll, the one that is whole, sits in the very center of all of the other dolls that you can crack open and find a smaller and smaller doll until you get to the main character, the protagonist, which is the doll that cannot be broken. And so this represents your soul. So as Rumi said, you have to keep breaking your heart until it breaks open, because there's a treasure inside. And so even though the enemy comes in and tries to break your heart as a tactic to cause you to block your heart, if you guard your heart instead and keep your heart pliable, you will still reach the treasure. Okay, allow the breaking to take place, because even though the enemy aimed at your heart with the goal of destroying you, the Most High allowed it to happen, because the Most High is allowing the breaking to reveal you to you. And so it would not have been allowed to happen if the Most High did not have a better use for it, okay? So again, what the enemy meant for evil, God uses for good. And so, as Rumi said, allow your heart to continue to be broken until it breaks open, because when it reveals the core of self to you, and you acquire this divine knowledge of self, you will find a version of you that cannot be broken. So each time that you have been broken, it didn't kill you, but it made you stronger. And so again, that part of you that is invincible, the one that cannot be broken, is what the Egyptians refer to as an imperishable Ak, which is an indestructible star. It is a light that cannot be put out. And so this is what you will find when you continue to chip away at a chosen one. It's going to be a light that will literally obliterate the darkness that the NPCs carry, meaning that you will awaken to realize that the NPC was never real. The narcissist was never real. It was a false character that is part of a video game that will go off once you wake up. Once you wake up, chosen one, game over.